Hi all, right, back with more Carrier Battle Philippine Sea Scenario 6. This is my part 6. Don't have an awful lot of time, but I'm going to get this part started and then hopefully just go on pause and come back to it. Nothing really to talk about. We're moving on to a new turn actually, aren't we? Yeah, we've just moved on to the 810 turn it is, so we're all set up. We do have 2 Japanese air raids, one in there, which ended up, we got rid of its fighter, but it's got 4. Oh no, that's, I'm looking at its losses there. Well, it's 4. 4 attack planes coming in there. And then Guam, I want to say this is the same, it's 4 as well. Although it might be 5. I think it's 4. Well, we'll find out. Okay, let's just get started. So we are at the beginning of the turn, so we are looking through these 3 steps, which the first one is place new Japanese forces, and yeah, reluctant I was to do this on the turn 1. However, we got there. So we've got a third of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 left, so we're going to pick 3, aren't we? Yeah. So it's going to be a third. I suppose just looking at the rule while I'm doing it doesn't do any harm. I'll not jump down. The rival phase each game turn, 1/3. Does it say? Yeah, it's got in that in blue, a rival phase. Yeah, I had a comment from David, I think it was, saying that it was a rival phase. I must have watched part 1. But I think I did get there, but admittedly I think it's just because we put the chips in the cup already, and that felt a little bit backwards, where they could have left that to just follow the sequence chip cup, you know. Anyway, okay, maybe I'm being picky there. So, rival phase, 1/3 of the Japanese forces, and then we roll to see where they go. So what are we up to? Alphabetical wise, I've got an L here, K, L, and M. What will be then? It doesn't have to be, but I'm as well going that way, I'm gonna. Okay, so just leave them there. That's K, L, and M to come in. So let us roll to see where they're going to go, and we're using that table up the top. So I'll just roll this off camera. So for K, rolled a 5. That's going to be zone 2. Now just remember, no, because we've not even moved the task force, so it can end up within 6. I don't think any hexes from that task force were ending up in 6. So what did you say, Grant? Zone 2. Zone 2, so that's in here. The one's in the black circle, which you can't really see. I think when I first watched the video on that, and they were saying that these were black, these were red. You can't really see it on the camera, but anyway, zone 2. And I've rolled a 4. Is that 3? It is indeed. So K will go there. And then L is a 10. So that's down the bottom, isn't it? That's zone 4. So we've not got much down here. We've got force A and force J. So what number is going to go? Number 9, and that is free. So L is going to go here. And then M is the last one. It's a pity, that's a 1 I've just rolled. It's a pity I hadn't been down here a bit, because we're just out to move that search plane. A 1, oh, that's up beside the action, isn't it? That's up beside where it's all going on. A 1 is in zone 1. So we roll again, we get a 10. That's annoying as well then, isn't it? Because it's a wee bit away from the search zone as well. That's out there. Yeah, I didn't like that one. That wasn't too good. Okay, so that's us placed new Japanese forces. Now we've filled the sequence cup. So it's empty at the moment. And we're going to fill all the forces into it. Give me a second. Right, so I've got A to J, and now we've got K, L, and M. So K, L, and then M. There it is. Right, so there I'll go in. That's 4, 8, 12. That's 13. Oh, damn, I've just dropped one. Right, make sure you've got 13 here, Grant. Right, so that's 13. 13 forces in the cup. And then also we have the US move, the Guam chat, and the US subs. So that's 13, 14, 15, 16. That means we don't add any no-ops in. Is that right? 14, 15, 16. Yeah. I think that's right. Or do we have... Yeah, well, we can't. There's only 3 no-ops chits. So yeah, it must just be that. That's all we get. So we just use the no-ops, obviously, to round it up to a multiple of 4. But we've got 16. So the chit will stay in the same place. It's going to be 4 chit draws per phase. And yeah, so just chit per phase marker. We don't need to do that. Right, now we move down and move all Japanese raids. Okay, now it's going to happen then. So move all Japanese raids. What is the number? 10.2. Yeah, probably don't need to look at this, but I like to open it up, especially while we're not 100% sure about everything. So, raid placement and movement. Yeah, I've just read this recently though, haven't I? Air raid moves 2 hexes per Japanese movement phase. US units are not... Yeah, okay. So, what's going to happen is... Well, the Guam raid... I don't think it matters what order you do these. The Guam raid's going to move. Is that right? It can move this turn then. Yeah, it's not an issue. We never completely wiped it out. So, it had to stay in that hex because we were there when it first launched. Right, yeah, I don't see a problem with that. So it's going to move 2 hexes, and to me, 1, 2, that's a direct route, because it's actually right along the spine into that hex. So there's not a choice between other hexes. I mean, it does say, if they're equally along the straight line, pick randomly, but that's not along the straight line, and neither's that. So that is the one that they're going to go with. I know that makes it better for me, because if I want to move intercept 6, I can just pop into that hex, where there I would need to spend extra fuel. However, that one would work too, but I'm pretty sure that's the intention. That is straight, that is in a straight line. So he moves 2 hexes that way, and then intercept air raid 1A moves into the task force. So he's right in now. However, as I did eventually work out, I'm going to get the chance to try and stop it before it actually conducts a raid. Well, we've still got to eliminate, how many points did I say? 4. It's doable though. It's certainly doable. Because there's no fighters to worry about either. And we've got the 3 intercept missions. They've all got plenty of fuel, so yeah, I can see us probably dealing with that. And in fact, I think number 6 might just go into the Guam air raid as well. Because I'm not sure I want to bring him. Because if he attacks again, he's spending 3 more fuel, then he's going to be into critical fuel. For sure, I think, because he's going to move 2 hexes to start with. Okay, that was that's been the air raids moved. Japanese air movement segment. So now we're going to roll for mission movement, and then we'll start drawing some sequence chits. Right, so roll for mission movement. Now I'm going to put all these dice back now, and I'm just going to use them one at a time, just to track what dice rolls were in each phase. But I'll just put that off the table there. So I've rolled a 9. So that's what we're starting with, a 9. I'll leave it there and then I'll set it aside on the table. So now we're going to draw some chits. Right, so it's 4 per phase. So I'm going to draw the first one. Here we go. That is a Force Lima. That's one of the new ones there, so it's probably quite far away. However, mind we're up to the 610 turn, which was 11 hexes I noted, didn't I? Yeah, 11 hexes, plus they only got a -1 to that 11 hexes. On that game turn time of 8:10. Right, what am I looking for? L. Hold on. Yeah. I'm looking here saying I've put the wrong chit in the cup. No, here's the chit draw, but here's the actual force here. Okay, so checking for air raids. Well, it's going to be within 11, so we are going to have to make a check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 hexes away. So we are going to have a look. So yeah, let's say 8, 10, it's 11 hexes maximum range, so we're going to get a -1 for that. But he's, how many did I say? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 7 to 9 is 0. So he's only getting a -1. And nothing else applies. So a -1 to this roll, and what is it? And they need a 5. or greater. Oh, only rolled a 3, so 3 minus 1 is 2. So that's good for us. We don't want too many raids starting to come at us. So yeah, that's good. That was a result. So he's just going to use the movement where the 9 has compass 6 to 10 goes east. So he's going to move 1 hex there, and that's going to be that check done. We're going to dive into the cup again and draw another chit. And it's another force M, force Mike. That's another new one, isn't it? Yeah. So where did he go? He's away at the top. So he's away up here, but again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he is within range again. So we're going to check him. He might get an extra minus modifier maybe because he's further away. So it's a -1 there. And what does I say is 10 hexes away? Yeah, so he's going to get a -1 for that as well. So it's a -2 for him. Check for a raid. And he's rolled a 10 though, so that's good enough. 10 minus 1, -2 is 8. He only needed a 5. So that's going to happen. So this is rule 10 when we need to check for raids. I want to say we're just wanting to draw a chit, I think, Grant. Yeah, this is the question. That's again, isn't it? Steps A and B. So B because A2 because it's a level 0 force, and B is it within range. We've just done that roll for in range. So yeah, so now we're on to C and getting that glare. I know, but I can't really do much about that bit there. Come along a little bit. So if it's a level 0 force, first draw level 1 intelligence chit. So we're going to draw a chit and see what we get. Right, and then of course if we draw a surface or a, what was it? False contact, then it's not going to be anything. Right, here we go. It's a surface again. Right, so if it is any type of surface chit or force contact, replace the level 1 chit in the cup. The force reverts to level 0 and does not launch a strike. Okay, so force M is not going to launch a strike either. A 9 or 1 to 10, he comes this way, so he's just going to move 1 hex. He's like moving close to that, isn't it? We're going to have to get an air raid setting out that way this turn. Do I have any of the... Yeah, I do. I've got some of the SB2Cs. I want to send a raid out that way, don't I? Sorry, a search thing. Right, that's Force M done its thing. That's 2 out of the 4 that required. So let's draw the third one. How is the time? I don't know what the time is. I'm only 13 minutes in. I felt like I had about half an hour at the most, maybe, at the moment. Right, what we got? And up. That's KL and M. We've drawn all the new ones. Right, so Force K, Kilo, is up here. So he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's not in range. Double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, he's 1 short. So that's where the force is there and beside that air raid. Okay, so he doesn't satisfy the B part of that question. He's not in range, so we don't check. We don't draw chits and whatever. So he's just going to do the movement. He's in this sector, so 9 and 10 is southeast for him. So he comes 1. Well, now he will be in range. However, again, I guess it will go up. Yeah, it goes up to 12 hexes the next day. Next time change. And then it kind of sits there. Yeah, from 10:15 to... 9:30 is 12, and then 10:15 to 16:10 it stays at 12, so... Okay, that's the third one dealt with. Right, well, probably just do this last one and maybe just take a pause there. 14 minutes in. Well, we'll see. Right, one more. One more to close the phase out. Again, it's another force. Force H. As where? There it is. Up there. Force H. Yeah, I've forgotten my phonetic H. How bad's that? Hotel. Yeah, hotel. Okay, so here he is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's 8 away. So he will be indeed checking. And only with a -1. The -1 there, nothing for the actual range. So with a -1, needs a 5 or greater. Oh, he rolls a 1. Okay, so not to be. So the just one attempted raid, and it failed to draw anything. So with a 9H, 6 to 10 is to the east, so he's moving there in a different section, and that's his chit done. So that's, well, not the phase over, but that's the chit draw part. So I'm going to move that 9 off to the side so that I know that that was the first, just in case there is any effect with that submarine dice roll modifier. Right, let me just double check the time. Yeah, probably should just take that pause. Well, let me move the segment on a little bit. So we've resolved all raid procedures, moved hex, yes, advantage, reduced detection status here, turn around. There was no Guam. Well, there is a Guam raid. Land air reinforcement, 16.13. What's that about? Of course, it's a way up in the rules that I never quite got to. That's bad, Grant, that's bad. Well, there's not a 16.3, so it's obviously, I'm either reading it wrong, yeah, reading it wrong. 16.13, Grant. Which there is not as well. That's bizarre. I started looking for 60.3 and there's not one. And then I thought, no, it's not 60.3, it's 60.13, and it goes to 1, 2, and I know that's the glary bit down there, but there's not a 16.13. What is it? So it must be 16.2, land air reinforcement, yeah. If there is a US task group within 2 hexes of Guam in any direction, or if there's a US intercept mission in or adjacent to Guam hex, then the reinforcements are... What the heck? Is this a... Oh, it's an advanced rule. Following rules sections provide additional simulation detail. Yeah, let's not do advanced rules. I think there's enough for me to get through my first game. It does look like a game that... I mean, yeah, I'll have multiple videos in it. There's no denying that. There'll be hours and hours of footage. But it does look like a game that maybe won't take quite that long to get through. Because you are just going up to the... Is it the 1850 turn? Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's another 8 turns. You know what though, gang? It's going to get more complex, isn't it? It's not going to be as quick and simple as it has been. It's going to start slowing down a bit once these air raids start coming out. And yeah. So yeah, this is an advanced rule, so we'll leave that. So just continuing through, that was these bits I was looking at. So then it's going to be move air missions. So yeah, I think that's maybe where I'll just hold it just now. Yeah, I think I'll just go and pause just now because I'm not quite sure. I want to just double check the numbers about moving all these. I'm pretty sure all these are going in there. And then I think this is just going to go in there. And I think we're just going to move this one back. We want to get this guy landed, but I think I can just slowly bring him back 1 hex at a time. Can I? Well, he's got 4 fuel left. 3 fuel, 2 fuel, 1 fuel, 0 fuel. And then it costs him 1 to land, so he is going to be critical, but only critical 1. The more you get in the critical, the harder it is to get a safe landing. But if we're only critical 1, I think it'll be okay. Hopefully. Because he does have 6 aircraft. Right, okay, I'm just going to go and pause just now, and we'll come back to the US air movement segment. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Cheers. Right, back to continue That's part 6, is that? Part 6. Yeah, I've been away for a while. Just had things on pause though. Yeah, we just moved into the US air movement segment, so move air missions. Yeah. So we've got 6 different air missions. One, they are, but one is a cap, so it's not out and about yet. Not sure if I want to bring it up this time. Maybe I do this time. What have we got in that air raid? Did they say there's 4 points of strength? That's all attack planes. So, but I mean, this is 3, 4, and 5, and that's a total of 6, 10, 14 aircraft. So just looking at the table that I'd be rolling on. Where is that? There. So I mean, yeah, I mean the 6 one, I'm guaranteed a 1. I'd like to think I'd get a 2 out of it, and I might even get a 3 hit. And we've only got 4 points, and the other 2 4s. Yeah, I think that's all we need. Okay, I'm gonna move 5, 4, and 3 on where the air raid is. That is going to give. Did I spend fuel to attack? Yeah, I did. I definitely remember doing that. We did start in 16, and we haven't been moving about too much. So that's 1 fuel each for that move. And then once we get there, we're going to have to spend another 3. But that's also on 11. So, yeah, I'm not going to move the cap either, actually. I'm going to move Intercept 6, which has got 5 aircraft. Now, the Guam air raid's got, and remember, it's land there as well, so you get an extra bonus to that. It's 2, 3, yeah, it's 4 as well. 4 points of attack plane, so we don't need to worry about fighters there again. We won't get that extra +2 modifier this time, because obviously it's not just launched from Guam. But 5, well, hold on though, Grant. That's only 5 aircraft. Yeah, I mean the best result you can get from that is a 3, and that's if you roll really high. So yeah, see, I can't really bring that guy back to attack because he's struggling for fuel. I think we just try and get him back to land. I could bring the cap mission out though. I could bring it out and move it 2 into there. But why not just move this into here? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend, and that's air mission 6. Oh, I've done the wrong thing here. Sorry. Damn it. I moved the wrong one. So air mission 6 started with 16 and it moved when it first launched. This is air mission 3. It should be down beside these guys. These should all be the same. Yeah, he should not have been. I've went thinking that was 3, 4, 5. What you should probably do, Grant, is keep the number visible. So yeah, he started with 16. He did move 1 on launch. He moved into this hex, and then he's just moved 1 now in this movement phase, so he's down to 14. Okay, and I think what we do is just allow that. If that's going to move again next turn, it's going to move into the hex, and we're still going to have these guys here. I mean, okay, it would cost me 2 to move back. We've still got the cat mission there. My guess is maybe going to be 2 points left, maybe. I mean, unless we get real lucky and get a 1. Well, yeah, you could still end up with a... But then we don't get the mine. We don't get that. We get a +1 because these are land aircraft as well. So, yeah, I think that's all the movement I'm going to do. Oh no, tell a lie. This guy's going to come back, move back 1, and he spends 1. Now he only had 4 left fuel wise. He's got 3 fuel now, but his plan is just to come back. There's no point rushing back trying to. I mean, I could have moved 2 into that hex, but then if I go to attack, I need to spend another 3 fuel. That takes me into critical. Maybe I should be doing that. I don't know. I've got 6 aircraft in that mission. I kind of want to try and get them back all safe. So, thinking, try to be careful with that one. Right, so that's all my movement. I've moved all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the missions that are there. The Cat 1 I've not adjusted yet. So that's a US air movement and adjust fuel markers. Now we're into the search segment, which we can do. So initiate air searches, 8.27. Right. Now I tried to look more into the. Where was the bit that I printed out here? This was from somebody on BGG. Sorry, I can't remember who it was. I wish I had been able to blow it up a bit. So there's there's the 2 examples. So I'm going to use this and just count the hexes out to look on this, because this is quite good. I think if I could blow this up a bit, it would have been better. So there. Well, once I show you a flight, we'll look at it. There's no point maybe talking about it until we're about to check a flight and see if it can search anything. So put that table away, Grant. Don't need that. Right. So now, do I want to launch? What was this? 8.27. To initiate launch units during the search segment. So initiate is the actual launch, and then we move it, and then we resolve it. Right. So, do we want to launch any? And I do have another, because what I had thought about was it something up to there? I think so, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we need to do this. So what we got over here, we want another SBC2. There's one there, there's one there. There's one there, which might be better taken out, because that would allow that F6F to go up. That looks like the one we want. There's another one down there as well. No, I think I'm going to take this guy here. So this carrier is going to actually have launched an aircraft, and that's going to be a new search. So this is going to be number 6, isn't it? We've got 5 out there already, I think. So number 6. So I'm going to put the origin marker again in the task 58 box. I don't think they're necessary, admittedly. So from launching there, so is it going to be up that way, Grant? That's right in line with it, but I don't really want to go across there, do I? Thing is, I might be too slow now, because these are going to move, aren't they? Well, if I move right away, I get to move into there. Has force F or M moved yet? Force M has. So force F's going to move down to here, and this turn. And then next turn, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Not be able to see that yet. I think that's the best I've got, though. I might be able to catch it in the last turn, the third sort of range. Okay, so I'm going to launch it there. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the flight takes off from there and goes 1, 2. Okay. Well, that's us. Sorry, that was it launched, and then we should move into move air searches. Okay, so I'll move that one. I'll move this one because it's hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yeah, I'm going to move this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's no point me switching them. So I've still got this one to move. That one's moved, that one's moved. That's 2 of them moved. Yeah, might have been a good idea is try and track these. We should know. Right, let's deal with... Well, let's look at this one down here first. So he's going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then once he gets there, he's going to fly back. And I did come across a post saying about what ranges do you search through. And the guy sounded quite confident in what he said, that when you're flying out, the first area you get to search the first turn. Then the next turn you get to search the second area. Then the next turn you get to search the third area. Then the next turn when you're flying back, you get to search this area again. Then the next turn you get to search that area, and then the last turn, I think you're back in there, whether you get to search it or not. That sounded good to me. Whether that is 100% as it goes, as it should be, I don't know, but it sounded good. So yeah, he's reached his destination, and now he's going to fly back. And remember, if the carrier had moved, if our task force had moved back to there, he would then fly back to there. I'm not 100% sure how that affects the actual search going back, to be honest, because the origin was here. So, but anyways, I think it's unlikely for this to move, but I'll look into that more if it ever happens, that we move our force and then we come back a different direction towards the force. How does the searching go back as you're coming back? But I've got it nice and easy, straight out, straight back. Okay, so we're in this area. So let us look at, so that was coming up the spine, wasn't it? Yeah, so that is this one here. I can't really get this that close, so let's zoom in a bit as far as we can go. Might be a bit blurry, but yeah, no, it's not ideal. I'll try and get a bigger version of this at some point. So we are now up here. And we've turned round. So all that dark blue area is our third search. That's what we're in. We're in our third search area. You can see here that he's marked a -2 DRM. Well, I'll have a look at that, and I think these are due to the range that you are away, that you're going to get a -2. So I'm in this area here. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes that way, 5 hexes the other way, and then 4 hexes down. So that kind of computes to, maybe we're going to get that 4 cell then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So he is in our area. And then, but force A is not going to be, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's just outside, and obviously force J is as well. If they had only moved in, yeah, that's annoying, isn't it? Because they've not moved yet, and they're highly likely to be moving into these hexes. Oh well, we'll maybe get a next turn though. We'll get a next turn. No, will we? Yeah, I think so, because I think we'll move 1, 2, 3, 4 back to here, and we're still searching this same zone. So I think we will get them then. I'll look more into that come the time, but that's my understanding of it. So we are getting to search this guy. Good, okay. We are at the sort of maximum range. Well, actually, no, because the range is from... Is the range not from our task force? So I think the range is there, rather than, it's not the full distance to where this is, so it might not be as far. Right, well we need a chart to look at. So search, what are we doing? Resolve search attempts here, 8.3. Yeah, so 8.3, error search resolution. After its movement in each search segment, a search mission can attempt search against certain enemy forces. Know that aircraft can search on both the outbound and return legs of their mission. Okay. Right, well, I'm not doing a narrow search, but for a narrow search, a force is searched only if the searched aircraft flew into or through the same hex in that move. So that just seems awful restrictive, doesn't it? It can go out further, though. It doesn't go out 10. I want to say it goes out 14 hexes or something. But I can't see myself using this, so I'm just going to leave that and move on. Well, None of ours are the narrow search anyway. For a standard search display defines 3 zones according to range. Coast zone is 0 to 2 hexes, middle zone 3 to 6, far zone 7 to 10. Aircraft search forces in the zone they just flew through. The example below shows the zones. Note that the search zone is always computed with respect to the point of origin, but on the return leg, the searcher's path back to their launching task force will determine what zones they fly through. So that does tend to say that it's going to be different going back if you've moved your task force. The search area is going to change, I think. Well, again, if it ever comes up, we'll look into it more. It's not the case just now. Search is resolved against every enemy force in the zone at that moment in any order. Each air search resolves its search attempt separately. Thus, an enemy force could be searched more than once per turn. Yeah, if you had 2 different search aircraft that had that in their zone. Enemy forces might have started the game turn in the zone, but have been activated and moved out before the search segment was declared or not searched. If the maximum search zone extends off the map, then the air unit turns around in the last zone it can search. It'll spend 2 turns in that zone, 1 outbound, 1 inbound, before returning to the previous zone. Note if only part of the maximum range search zone is off the map and the search proceeds normally, and the air unit searches whatever part of the zone is on the map. There's the example which we've looked at before. I don't think we need to look at that again. So we've got that wee diagram that will help me just pinpoint things for now. I know I'm going to have to count out hexes and things, but that's fine. As long as I know how to look at it. Search attempt is resolved using the air search table card 1 back. Yeah, that's the one with that on it, isn't it? Yeah, right. So I'll bring that to the side. And row 1 die, apply all modifiers, read the result from the table. Results are listed beside the table. There's a die roll benefit if 2 units are searching. Right, we don't have any of that. Note that this means 2 units in the same search mission. Each search mission resolves its attempt separately. There's no additional benefit for more than 2 units in a mission. A narrow search receives a +1 benefit if a US submarine unit is currently shadowing the force. There's a die roll benefit. There's no additional benefit more than 1 submarine. There are also modifiers for time of day, range, or fighters searching, which we've not got any fighters. A, the fighters modifier applies if any of the units being rolled for are fighters. B, range is the distance from the search launch point. So yeah, where it launched from. Its origin, I guess. Only night-capable aircraft, optional rule 22, can make search attempts on night turns. Right, so here's the table. It carries on if you obtain such and such a result. So let's just... well, hang on. Yeah, I suppose I should look at this. I'm going to have to look at it anyway. Well, unless if we get a failure, then... If you obtain an SL or question mark result, if the force is level 0, we draw a level 1 chip from the cup. If the result is false contact, remove the force from the map and discard the false contact chip. It is not replacing the cup. So this is where it's different. The force marker becomes available again for arrival in later turns. Okay, so I'd put the force marker just back in the group of forces that are still available, and it might come back. Otherwise, so if we don't draw a false contact, we place the chip underneath the now level 1 force. If the force is level 1 carrier, then in scenario 6 and after, you will need to adjust the commitment index 13. Right. So I'm going to have to do that if we happen to get that. Then 2, place the marker for the new detection level. Right, I'm going to have to look at that. Okay. And then if you obtain a chip +1 result against a level 1 or higher force, then we're going to use intelligence tables to upgrade that from a level 1 to a level 2, or a level 2 to a level 3, or a level 3 to a level 4. However, note that these effects only apply if the force was already level 1 when searched. Against a level 0 force, the chip +1 part of a result is ignored. US advantage, you place a US advantage marker whenever a non-carrier force, either surface or type not specified becomes a carrier force as a result of a chip +1 result. And search, hopefully that's going to tell me that. It was as a result of a chip +1 result. And search was whenever a non-carrier force does that mean, like, if we got that just now on a level 0 and we got a carrier, you place a US advantage marker whenever a non-carrier force, either surface or type not specified, becomes a carrier force as a result of a chip +1 result. No, that means it changes from something into a carrier force, Grant, I think. The marker remains in place until the Japanese force completes its next activation. The effects of a US advantage marker are DRM, the Japanese air raid table, Dairo modifier, and surprise. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that advantage marker thing. Don't think that's going to apply to what we're trying to do just now. Okay, so what do we have? Right, so we're the odds of this are pretty good. We need at least a 4, and remember, because we've got a level 0, any one of these will do. I think the higher you get, the better, because these will downgrade over time. So, yeah, see, results, SL or question mark, force detected. If it's a level 1 or higher, then it would benefit from the chip +1. Right, modifiers though. So, has it got a range of 1 to 3 hexes? No. And this is the range. I definitely read it's range from origin, isn't it? Range is the distance from the search launch point. So it's not this distance here, it's this distance here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm pretty sure that's right. So if it's a range of 8 or 9 hexes, unfortunately we're going to get a -1. And if it had been up to 10 plus, it's a -2. So we're getting a -1 to start with, not good. Submarine shadowing, no, not here. 2 searching units, no. Shadowing second search, 18.1, I'm guessing that may be an optional row as well. I might need to look at that when we do the shadowing for our submarine, just in case it does affect things, but I think it's maybe something that's optional, or advanced or something. Is it a narrow search, you get a +1? No. Fighter searching, no. It's not dusk. It's not dusk. It's not night. Right, remember this. Increased commitment. Well, that's assuming we get a result here. Okay, so we're going to roll on a -1, aren't we? Yeah, that's it. So -1, remember we need a 4 or better. So, well, we need a result of a 4 or better, so we actually need a 5 or better in the dice because we're -1. Yes, 7. So 7 -1 is 6. Ooh, it gives us the big one. So it gives us the S result. So force detected. Okay. So here is detection. Yeah, there's a lot to go through here, isn't there? But I think every time I'm going to come across something that I'm doing for the first time, I'm probably still going to have to read through this. But I'm as well putting my camera to it the first time we do it. I'd say when I do this the next time, I'll read it, I'll pause, and then I'll do the thing. I'll maybe go over a few things. So, right, I suppose we should go over this. Just to refresh me, I mean, I have read this, don't get me wrong. Each Japanese force is one of the following detection status at all times. Undetected, which is no marker. Approximate sighting is the question mark. Located is the L, or spotted is the S. So that's what we want. We want a spotted marker. Okay, so that's what we want, because we've got the S. All states other than undetected are collectively called detected. Right, so we've got him detected. And he was undetected when we first came into the game. However, we've still not drawn a chit for him. We could, You could draw a chit here and there's a false contact. Alright, should I be doing that first before going through this? Probably. Yeah, in fact, did it not even tell me to do that first? Air search resolution. Yeah, I should. I should be still here rather than getting carried away. Because if we read through all that and there's a false contact, I'd rather read through it when it's going to matter. So, if you obtain an SL or question mark result, if the force is level 0, draw a level 1 chit from the cup. Here we go. Because it can quite easily be a false contact. But if it is, it removes the false contact from the cup. And it also removes that force. So, here we go. It's upside down. Right, it's not. Good. Well, I say good. I don't know. It's a medium. Right. So, otherwise, place the chit underneath the now level 1 force. If the force is a level 1 carrier, then instant out of 6 and after you need to adjust the commitment index. Well, this is not at the moment. It's just showing medium. Yeah, so I think that's all we're doing with that. Right, it's force L. So it says put it under. I think I've got preferences to put it on top of it now. Just so... Right, now I'm going to go back to... Because we actually have a result. Right, so we are... I think I need to take a pause. Is this a good time to do it? Yeah, okay. I'll be back in a sec. Right, back to it. So we have detection, we have spotted, right? We've looked at this already and then we stopped and thought we better find out if it's if it was a false contact, then there'd be no point. So located and spotted are equivalent for most purposes. The only difference is how recent the information is. Spotted is the most recent. Your information about a force will gradually degrade from spotted all the way to undetected unless you maintain contact. That's going to be hard then, isn't it? I suppose you've got to keep sending the planes out. Yeah. Okay. Any force becomes detected in these ways. An SL or question mark result in the air search or submarine contact. That's wrong then, is it not? Oh, hang on. I think I read something about that when I was looking. Because we've already... It tells you in the submarine that they cannot detect. So is there a rata for that? What is it, 8.12? Yeah. First bullet, delete. Delete or submarine contact. Yeah, so that bit should be deleted. I don't mind writing in my book, so I think when you come across these things, I mean, what's the point? I never get rid of my games anyway. So I think I'm going to score that bit out. There we go. Just so it doesn't confuse me in the future. So result in an air search. And then there's another two cases. At the instant a US airstrike contacts a Japanese force, that force becomes spotted. Should that not need to be spotted before we can actually... At the instant a US airstrike contacts a Japanese force. No, that force becomes spotted. No, that's... But how are we allowed to go and carry out an airstrike if they're not spotted then? Now the third case is a force that engages in surface combat. 21.0 becomes spotted. Well, I've not read Rule 21 surface combat for sure, but I did say to play this scenario, you only needed up to Rule 15. So I thought it might have been an additional rule, but no, I'm just glancing at it just now. Each time US and Japanese forces find themselves in the same hex, following a move by one side or the other, carry out the following procedure. Surface action at this battle was unlikely, but was nonetheless an option considered by both sides. The rules here are a highly simplified representation of the types of combat likely to occur in this game. Players who want to save the time can use Special Rule 1 from Scenario 6 instead of this rules section, but for those who don't mind adding these rules, it should be noted that the forces at this battle included the most powerful battleships ever to serve in their respective navies or any others. Okay, so there's a Special Rule 1 that I've obviously forgotten about. Right, that is in the scenario bit, I think. So, Scenario 6, where are we? Hang on a sec. Oh, there it is. There, Special Rule 1. No force or task group may move into a hex containing an enemy force or task group. It is permitted to move into a hex containing only a crippled ship. The crippled ship is eliminated. Note that this removes any need for surface combat rules. If you're using Advanced Rule 21, oh right, so it is an advanced rule. Okay, then that rule replaces this one. Okay, so I'm not going to use that. Like I've said, I don't think I want to use any of the advanced stuff or anything like that. I thought it might have been an advanced rule. I didn't obviously read where the advanced rule started. Oh, that was my bad there. Have I actually? Yeah, I did. I thought I was maybe still on pause there. Okay, we're not going to do that then. So what's the? Yeah, this is the one that's of more interest though. 5.2. So here I'm obviously getting a little bit confused with something because I remember doing this in the training mission too. So it says contact 5.2 contact. The US airstrike must contact a target force in order to attack it. A strike may make 2 contact attempts. Each contact attempt is against a specific force. If there's more than one in the hex, US player chooses one. Yeah, I'm getting myself. I mean, that force has just launched an air raid on us. Yeah, I'm going to have to backtrack a little bit here and try and find out. I need to understand this a bit more. Because I'm wondering right now, because he's launched an air raid on us, can we go and try and airstrike him? I thought they had to be spotted before we could do this. But that's saying it's not the case, is it? Because that rule just said... yeah, there it's there. The target force becomes spotted if it was not already. So if it wasn't spotted, they are allowed to go and try and contact it though. So I'm missing something. It'd probably be worthwhile looking back on some of the footage of that mission maybe. Yeah. Okay, I think I see where I'm going wrong. So you can only carry out an airstrike attack against detected forces. Only detected forces can be attacked. So, and in fact, only detected forces can only be flown towards with an airstrike. We can only move 2 hexes away from our task force unless there is a detected force that we can fly towards with our airstrike. So what was thrown me was that we've just read that. No, it says here, where did it say that? The target force becomes spotted if it was not already. And this is through contact. However, and that's what was throwing me. I thought, well, does it not need to be spotted for us to go and attack? No, it needs to be detected. And detected, there's 3. If we jump back to here, here's detection here. Each Japanese force is one of the following detection statuses at all time. Undetected, or... the other ones are detected. Approximate sighting is detected, located is detected, and spotted is detected. So we could have just the question mark approximate sighting, and located on it, they would be detected, and we would be able to launch airstrikes on them. When we contacted it, it would automatically become spotted, the highest level. So that's what it is. At least I think so now. So, right, I've got through that one. So, well, that's good. We can now launch an airstrike on that guy, can't we? Whereas the other one that's got, the other two that have got carriers, level 1 carrier chits on them, they're not detected. So we can't launch an airstrike on that, but we now have a target we can. So spotted is most recent, and then it'll downgrade, right, and then yeah. So any force becomes detected in these ways. If we get one of these results, it's detected. We've got that. At the instant a US Air Force airstrike contacts a Japanese force, that force becomes spotted. So it has to be detected for us to contact it. But then when we do that, it goes to the higher level of spotted rather than if it was the L or the question mark. And then the surface combat one we're not dealing with anyway. Okay, good. I've got it. At the moment a force becomes detected in any of the three ways listed in 8.12, the following occur. The force is spotted or located, it receives an S or L marker respectively. Right, so he's spotted, so I'm putting that down on him. And then if it's a question mark is obtained, place a question mark marker on the force unless it already has an L or S marker. Right. For any detection result, L, S or question mark, if the force is level 0, draw a level 1 chit. If the result is false contact, then the force is removed. Otherwise, is now a detected level 1 force. Well, we drew for that. We got a medium result. So it's a medium detected force. Okay, and there's a little design note talking about the L and question mark result and search represent a sighting where precise information was not provided. This could occur for many reasons, including calculation error, coding problems, and garbled or delayed radio transmission. Right, reducing detection status. Okay, yeah, I want to know about this. So reducing detection status. Whenever a detected Japanese force is activated, yeah, because it's got that in the activation bit segment, isn't it? Whenever it's activated, its detection status is immediately reduced to a lower level as follows. So spotted becomes located, so S becomes an L. Located becomes approximate sighting, L becomes a question mark. And then if it's approximate sighting, it now becomes undetected again. We can't launch strikes on it. So, yeah. And here it should confirm that we can launch airstrikes now. Detection has the following effects. An undetected force cannot be contacted by and hence not attacked by an airstrike. In fact, a strike cannot even fly out in the direction of that force. A higher detection status improves the chance of US airstrike contact. Okay, so it gives us a better chance of contact, but also, obviously, it's going to stay detected for longer, isn't it? Because it's going to have to get activated. First time it's activated, it's going to become that. Second time it's activated, it's going to become that. And then third time it's activated, it's going to become undetected again. And I want to say we drew the chip for L this turn already, so that's good. So that's not actually going to activate the rest of this turn. So that gives us an extra step there as well. Okay, and then air search missions. No, well, we've done all this. Yeah, I don't need to read through that. So, where do we move from here then? I think we just carry on with our searches, aren't we? So I've just kept that to the side. It's a medium, this is L4, it's a medium L1, and it's spotted. So we now can consider launching some kind of strike down towards that. I believe. Even though, in fact, it's a level 1. Well, we don't know much information about it, and I think we probably need to... Well, we might get another search attempt. Nah, that'll happen next turn, though. But it's going to take us a while to get down there, isn't it? It's all going to take time, isn't it? Okay, right, let's move on with the rest of the search then. So that was him. That was the only one that he could search. These two were outside the possible search range. So, yeah, that's why I think what I should have done was... No, I don't need to do that. Like, mark these. That's been moved and checked. That's been moved and checked. That one's been moved and checked. That's 3 of them. Well, we should have another 3. don't we? 1, 2. No, this one's not been moved. Sorry, this one's not been moved because that moved 1, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is us in the third phase of that one. It's only. Oh no, hold on. I'm lying. Oh no, there's 2 here, isn't there? Yeah, one of these is moved, and one of these is still to move. Yeah, maybe it is a better idea to mark these. Right, let's do. Well, the other thing I could have done was done them clockwise, I suppose. Then again, that one's at 12 o'clock, so. Right, well, let's go into this one. So it's still to move its 4 hexes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to turn around. Right, I think we're going to get that 4C. I think only just, because I think he's maybe moved. Well, let me look at that little diagram again. Because this one's going to use the other pattern because it started through the hex rather than the spine of the hex. So it moved from there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the third. So it can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it can do search 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it's not. Right, you need to zoom out a bit though, Grant. Yeah, I was thinking this was a force at first. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it staggers in and out like that. Staggers down 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes. So it staggers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it comes back in. So it's not catching anything. It's not catching that one. And it's not catching K, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's only getting E. And then the same, it would come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here and then stagger like that. So it's all in that area. It is catching E though, so that's good enough. So let's have a look at that. Now, well, we need to know about how far away we are as well. Well, let's look. This is this table we're going to roll on. Yeah, what range is it from the starting? Well, it'll be 10, won't it? Yeah, because I'm exactly along the line. Oh no, the actual force. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's 10. Well, that's unfortunate then, so it's going to be a -2. And there's nothing else that will apply. No. So we're getting a -2 on this. And remember, we need at least a 4, so we need at least a 6 on this roll. 5. So 5 minus 2 is 3. So 3 or less is a no result. So that's rather sad. Alright, let's go with this one next, and then that'll be the last one to do. So he's moving up the spine. 1. I just want to, in case I make a mess of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, that's his marker, isn't it? He's obviously going towards that. And then he turns round, coming back through this down the spine. So does he get, he must get D. Does he get K? I kind of feel maybe not. So that was the one on the spine. That's the first one again, isn't it? Yeah, well, basically, wherever it ends up, it just goes out that way and out that way. Oh, it might get E then. It is, it's going to get E again. Because it goes, yeah, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. So it misses that one. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to get E. Again, that's all though. I'm not going to get D or K. No, I'm getting D, am I not? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, is it 1, 2, 3, 4? and then it's across again. Yeah, so that is in. D is in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's the area. So we're getting. I look at D and I look at E. Right, so let's do E again first because D's got the shadowing thing, so that's going to give us a little bonus. So D, well, it's a straight up. It's exactly the same as what we just rolled, isn't it? So it's got a -2 because it's 10 hexes away. Yeah, so it's a -2. And we need 4, so we need a 6 or better. Yeah, I rolled up. Poor again. 3. So 3 -2 is a 1, that's no. Right, the other one is D. Oh no, I'm not shadowing, am I? I've got the sub there, but I'm not shadowing. Yeah. No, it's the other one that's shadowing. Did we not? No, hold on. Did we not get a look at that with that one? Have I just forgot about it because it's got the shadow on the top? Surely this one would have been in this guy's range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That misses that. That one should have picked up that, shouldn't it? I forgot about this. Because... yeah, I wish they had... I noticed I've seen the designer talking about this. I think they struggled to try and find a way to make this easier, or you know, the whole search thing. I'm not sure what the solution would have been. I think there's some talk out there about. I think they were trying to make it better, but struggled to find a way. But so going with this one again. So when he reached here, he then goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then staggers in 1. So hang on, let me, if I mark a wee green the cube again. So he started from here, was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, we are going to get this guy, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1. This is just awkward. It really is. I'm trying to look at that. Right, I think it goes 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then it goes in there. That one is inside. Yeah, it is. So, right, I've jumped away from this one now as well. So we're going to detect this with this one, but I'm going to backtrack to have a go at this one. So he's being shadowed. Let's do this one first, get out of the way, because the shadow one's got more. I think I've got to roll something else, haven't I? So let's do D up here. Now he's not being shadowed. He's got the submarine there, but now how far away is he? Well, he's 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. He's only 8 away, so he's only getting the -1. You're only getting the -1 to this, and this is on D. So we need a 5 or better. 10. Okay, good. Right, so we've got a result on him. Well, actually, no, yeah, that's the best result, isn't it? 10 -1 is 7 plus. So we've got an S chip plus 1. Now, the chip plus 1 doesn't matter because it's a level 0, but we are going to draw a level 1 chip. So here we go. And we get a carrier. Good stuff. Right. Now, because we get that, that's this guy, yeah? Right, and that submarine's on top of him. Or underneath him, should I say. Awkward, but there we go. So, and he's actually spotted as well then. So we need another spotted counter. But the thing with that is, I'm not sure about this whole carrier thing. Give me a second. Yeah, so this is where it said here, which I've drawn in the chat. If the force is level 1 carrier, then in scenario 6 and after, you will need to adjust the commitment index. Rule 13. Yeah, and cool, this is obviously one of the rules that I haven't quite read up on yet. Sorry about that. That's pretty bad, isn't it? Well, 13.1. Previous page, maybe. No, that's just the start of it anyway. So, the Japanese commitment index records approximate size of Japanese carrier forces so far revealed in play. Starts at 0, increases as new forces are introduced into the game. Use the commitment index marker on the general records track to record the index. The commitment index must be checked and possibly adjusted each time any of the following happen. A new Japanese carrier force is revealed in play, either in search or air raid. That's what's happened here. The air strength of an existing level 1 force increases. Okay. A Japanese carrier force increases to a higher level, either in search or raid. Okay. So to compute the carrier commitment index, you compute a commitment value for each carrier force in play. Sum these values together. Force values are computed as follows. For each level 4 force, oh dear. Okay, this is meaty. I've not got any level 4 forces or level 2 or level 3. The commitment value of a level 1 force is a function of its known air strength. Well, we don't know this guy's air strength. I'm going to have to watch here as well. I've got this air raid coming from Butai 1 there, and I'm having to remember where that's came from. It came from I-Force, I think. I feel like I must be missing something there, because any one of these other ones that start launching air raids, how am I going to know which one's which? Only one... hang on. Hang on. No. Right. Hang on. I just noticed all these boxes have 1A and 1B. Right, so 1A and 1B on there, and then there's 1A and 1B here. But there's 2A's and 3A's and 3B's. So my guess is that... Well, why are they marked 1A and 1B though? Because that doesn't help me still. Is that a misprint? Should this say, because this is Butai 3, to be honest, should this not say 3A and 3B? I don't know. I mean, what is the purpose of having a 2A and a 3A and a 4A? Right, okay, well, I don't know. Well, let's try and work this commitment thing out. Right, query. So commitment level of a level 1... value of a level 1 force is a function of its known air strength. The level 1 commitment value chart shows the values. If no air strength is yet known, here we go, the commitment value for the force is taken to be 4. Okay. So... the commitment index, you compute a commitment value for each carrier. Sum these values together. The force values are computed as follows. See commitment values chart, card 3 back. Commitment value down here. So going by that, it's saying that my commitment value for that force is a 4. Yeah, we've took additional ship, so we're looking along these. Level 1 force. Per level 1 commitment value chart. Here we go. No, that's air strength. Well, we don't know the air strength. So it says, if no air strength is yet known, the commitment value for the force is taken to be 4. So, okay. Okay, so, and then the track up there has, does it have one that just says commitment value? No, I've got index, threshold, and limit. Yeah. Well, Grant, you will try and play these games without reading the rules. Okay, I'm going to just sneak by this, I think. Got it there though. To compute the commitment index, you compute a commitment value for each carrier force. We know ours is 4. And then sum these values together. Well, we've only got 1, so it's 4. And the reason I'm knowing this, these are the counters that are up there, limit, index, and threshold. And it says that these values do not change during play. Sorry, it's talking about commitment threshold and Japanese commitment limit, sorry. These ones don't change, but this was the one that must move. And then if it reaches the commitment threshold, then I think then there's going to be an issue, I think. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and read these rules. So I'm going to say that is a 4, and I'm going to move the commitment index to 4. And we'll see if we can just wing it. But yeah, I do need to get to the part in the rulebook that I'd read up to and start reading on a bit further. I mean, just to get to 15 grand, it's not enough of what. It's just like, I want to say it's 13 and 14. And 15's only victory conditions, maybe a bit of 12. I think I'm up to 12 or something. I know, that's not clever, and I should have... I just wanted to get the game started over the weekend because I knew I was going to have plenty of time to sit and play it, but... Okay, I'm going to try and just get by with that. So, where are we? Yeah, so I think that's taken care of that one. So he's spotted now as well. And he's a level 1 carrier, and we've adjusted the commitment index. Right, so I can take that away. That's him done his thing. Right, I'm going to step back to this guy that's shadowing, because we should have had a check on this to see if we searched this. So let's get the check first, and then afterwards I think I've got to roll for the submarine on something. Actually, I'm wondering if I moved the... Oh, hang on. While I'm moving that, it's following me. How's that? Must be how I've got the lamp. Oh, that's annoying. I think I moved the actual map after that first playthrough of that example of play. I moved things down this way a little bit. Right, okay. We'll just go on that. So this one that's shadowing, how far away is that? It's quite close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's only 7 X's away, so it's not going to get the modifier, is it? So if it's 8 or 9 or 10 plus, or if it happened to be 1 to 3, it's a plus modifier. So there's no modifier there for us. And then we are shadowing. If shadowing second search, 18.1, right, quite look at that. Okay, 18 is advanced search options. These rules add more options, choices, and detail to the search system. Yeah, it's a pity I'm maybe not trying, but I mean, God, I'm trying to play this game without actually fully reading all the rules and try to wing it with that, so, yeah. Well, I'd like to think I might come back to this game at some point, and we can maybe introduce some of this stuff. If you're going to throw it in, probably throw in the whole lot, but yeah, after you've read about it though, Grant. Yeah, I just wanted to look about the shadowing bit as well. But it's actually when the shadowed Japanese force is activated, we resolve an ASW attempt on our submarine. So I think while we're shadowing, nothing happens. It just says it can continue shadowing. Well, that's when the chit's drawn. While it is shadowing, the submarine can choose to shadow its force. Shadowing continues till either stop shadowing or attacks, or the sub suffers an adverse ASW result. So nothing happens here, I don't think, while we're actually shadowing. So we are just going to come back here and roll, and obviously we're going to get that +1 for the submarine shadowing. No other modifiers. Okay, good. Right, so with a +1, 9. Didn't need the +1. That's 10. So that is another S result. Well, it's an S chip +1. Oh, hold on. He's got something on him, hasn't he? He's got he's got a level 1 on him. Oh, look at this. Ooh. Right. But here's the thing. While that was there, should I not have adjusted the commitment index for that as well? Or is it because this is not spotted? I knew it was going to start getting trickier. Because that wasn't spotted, does that mean that wouldn't have affected the commitment index? Quite possibly. I mean, it's spotted. It's now going to be spotted. So I need to see what's going to happen. There might be something different happens with that. Well, we got an L1 plus, we got an S +1 chit, didn't we? So we're going to upgrade that to a 2, I want to say. Let me just look down here. Wait, okay. Right, so it's here we want to look at. If you obtain a chip +1 result against a level 1 or higher force, use the intelligence tables to promote the force to the next higher intelligence level. If this causes a non-carrier force to become a carrier force, US advantage results. Also in this event, in scenario 6 and afterward, you will need to adjust the commitment index. So, okay, so I think while it was unspotted, although it said it was an L1 carrier, that wouldn't have affected commitment index because we still didn't really know what it was. I don't know. I think. Okay, if this causes a non-carrier force to become a carrier force, use advantage results. Well, I don't think that is the case then. Well, we need to see what it's going to be. Well, no, it's already a carrier, so that's not going to apply. However, we are going to look at these intelligence tables, 7.3, to promote the force to the next higher intelligence level. Okay, so I think this is what we want. Yeah, so we're going to roll, because it's a level 1 carrier we've got, and there's a 1 there that says if force has no air points, which is correct, treat as medium surface. Oh, hang on, that's if I roll a 1. Yeah. Okay. If force has air points, treat as a 1 to 2 carriers. Right, okay, so if I happen to roll a 1, doesn't look like there's any modifiers to this. So, yeah, well, the higher the better it's going to be for them, I guess. They're going to have more anyway. Right, so here we go. It's only a 2. Well, that might be good for us, I think. Right, so it's not It's not the 1 that we need to check for. It is a 2. There doesn't seem to be any modifiers, like I say. So the L1 is going to turn into a 1 to 2 carriers. So I just looked through this cup. I mean, I've got these in a cup, but you don't... I could just have laid them out. There's one right there, is that not it? Yeah. So it's 1 to 2 carriers. That one. That's the chip that we want at level 2. Right, what's that black, or that white 3 in the black circle? What's that? Maybe see if I can find out what that is just now. Okay, it's a commitment level. So that's what we needed to look and find out now. So interestingly, the L1 one was, because it had no air, it's shown a commitment level of 4, and this is only going to be a commitment level of 3. That's the one that we're putting out now. Okay. Fair enough. So now we're going to replace that then. So the shadow and this L1 carrier is going to come away, and it's now that. So we've got a bit more information on that. And that goes away. Oh, where does that go? Does it get set aside, or does that go in the cup? Well, you were just reading about how to upgrade them. I was just at the bit, was I not? Intelligence levels, yeah. So when a level 1 force progresses to level 2, the level 2 chit is determined using the level 1 to level 2 intelligence table. Card 3 front, just done that. On this table there's one column for each possible level 1 chit. Cross-reference existing chit with a die roll to obtain the new chit. Place a new level 2 chit and set the old level chit aside. It is not a replacement in the cup. Okay. And then I chuck that way over there, out the way. Good. And then I'm going to adjust that index again. Okay, I'm going to read more into it, because that's another 3. 1, 2, 3 onto that commitment index. So I don't know what happens. Something's going to happen when we reach that threshold, I guess. So yeah, hopefully I'll have read into it a bit more by then. So this guy's spotted as well, though, isn't he? Right, it's all happening now, then, isn't it? Yeah, because we rolled a 10 or something, didn't we? No, we rolled a 9. Yeah, we rolled a 9 plus 1. So he's spotted as well. So we've got 3. That's an L1 carrier that's spotted. This is an L1 medium that's spotted. And this is a 1 to 2 carriers level 2, L2 that's spotted. Okay, good, I think. Right, we've still got one more to go. What am I at? I'm at an hour and a half, Grant. Yuck. Right. Well, let's just finish this one then. And we'll cut it there before we go into US air operations. Resolve search attempts. Right, so it's this guy here, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and he's going to... Right, that's the other radius for the other one, isn't it? Right, so he gets to here. I don't need a green cube because he started there. So let's get a look at that again. So that was up the spine again, wasn't it? So it's straight out 5 hexes either way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't help us, but out to here I might catch M. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it comes 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then it actually crosses back across to its... So I'm actually getting M, F, H. And this one, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're getting this one too. Right, there was loads in. That was better than I thought then. M, F, H, and then I as well. O and B. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that's not quite computing right. Hang on. Oh, it's only 3 down. Ah. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3. No, it can't. It can be. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine. We're still getting them because this is where it started. We're still getting them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm not. How's that? What am I missing there? Did I count from the wrong bit there? Here it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Right, I'm getting them all. I'm getting M, H, F, B, and I. Yikes. Right, actually, I think I'm just going to cut it there. Because it's an hour and a half, but I'm going to come straight back. Not that it affects the video anyway, because it just starts a new part. I'm just going to come straight back to that, because I need to keep that fresh in my mind, what's all happening. But that's over an hour and a half now. I don't like the video getting that long. Okay, so I'll be back shortly with the next part. Cheers.